I will be an adult in 4 months. I'm still in high school until the beginning of June. My mom, 38, had found out she was about 5 weeks pregnant with her boyfriend's child. My mom is freaking out since she doesn't want to have a kid this late in life, but she is pro-life, so ending it is out of the question. She decided that since I would be out of school in about 7.5 months, it would be perfect timing for me to learn the responsibility of parenting. I have no job because I'm on different sports teams, but I am expected to quit them to fake a pregnancy. My issue is I don't have a boyfriend, and my mom knows this, so I don't know how she wants people to believe it. The big catch: my mom isn't willing to pay for anything for the baby, since it will not be her responsibility once it's born. So I had argued, told her to give the baby up for adoption, and she thinks that's heartless, because the baby, when they find out they're adopted, will think their birth family hated them and wanted nothing to do with them. I've been panicked for a few days about this, since I'm not ready for parenthood, and I feel like this is ruining my chances of finding a good college and living my life how I want, with the job I want. Any advice with being grateful, and I will try to answer the questions best I can today. My mom had called me in sick for school today to explain the situation further to help me understand. Edit. A little information I skipped over. My mom's boyfriend left as soon as she said she was pregnant, so I'm assuming that is a huge factor of why she wants to push the baby on me, is so she can feel less guilty about having a baby with a man that left. I don't know. My dad passed away a few years ago. My mom moved us away from his family when that happened, which is even farther from her family. We have no contact with either part of the family. Not sure why. Your mom is ridiculous. A trauma movie ridiculous way. Apparently, parenting means pushing the responsibility of your child onto your other child? What a mind-blowingly hypocritical statement to make. OP, it's manipulation. It's perfect timing for her to avoid responsibility. You should not agree. She's an adult and should act like an adult. On the other hand, maybe her boyfriend is more mature than her and can parent the baby. Oh wait, no, he's an idiot too. You're not faking the pregnancy. That would be a 9-month commitment. So she wants you to raise this child solely, with no financial support? What the actual heck? Your mom will ruin your reputation and life. People can be mean and believe whatever slander tickles their fancy about girls who have never had boyfriends. You need to get ahead of this before your mom starts telling people you're pregnant. You have to first say your mom is the one who is pregnant, not your child, not your responsibility, period. And not even in the realm of sanity. Who does this? OP needs to be very clear. She will have no part of this, and that it's highly toxic for her mom to even consider it. If her mom persists, she needs to get social services involved. OP, the worst she can do if you don't take responsibility is be mad at you and maybe kick you out. But if she does that, you will still be doing basically what you would have been doing anyway, but without her toxic influence. So go try and contact the rest of the family yourself and find out why they aren't speaking to her. Maybe it's for good reason. You need to call CPS and inform them of the situation. Forced parenthood at your age is certainly not allowed, and CPS needs to know that your mother plans to abandon her child to a current minor. Even if you are 18 when the child comes, it's not your child. She'll be the one in the hospital having the baby, and she cannot force you to sign the birth certificate. She is pure evil. No respect for your life as her teenage daughter, and no respect for her unborn child, who she expects you, the half-sister, to play at being mommy at 18. Please get away from this woman ASAP. She has gone totally wacko. I, female 24, have inherited my parents' house and money a few months ago after they passed away. It's a 3-bed, 2.5 bath. I moved into it almost immediately, and then a few days ago invited my friend and her fiance, female 24 and male 26, to stay with me since they were having some financial issues. I gave them the bathroom upstairs, as well as the smaller bedroom. I have a lot of clothes, so I converted the bigger one into an extra closet for me. They moved in last week while I was away for a business trip, and when I came home, they set me down and asked if they could have the master bedroom and move me into the smaller one. The master bedroom is huge. My parents had the house custom built for them when they had just gotten married and didn't plan on kids, so the master bedroom takes up most of the upstairs. The bathroom is huge with a tub, walk-in shower, vanity space, and 2 sinks. However, when I moved in, I paid $50,000 to have the entire bathroom remodeled. I said no because it was my house, and I am paying for most bills. They pay a fourth. And the fact that I couldn't fit all my stuff into the small room. They argued that if I couldn't fit my stuff, they couldn't fit the stuff of 2 people. Then they explained how my friend has IBS and other digestive problems, as well as autism, and baths help comfort her. Their bathroom does have a bath. It's not as big as mine, but it still works. I still said no and that I'm sorry that she's going through that. She complained that it was tough for her to run out of the room and into the bathroom a couple of doors down. Then they mentioned how if I'm planning on getting my basement remodeled, I could remodel it to help fit their needs. And I once again said no because I'm converting it into an office space for my boyfriend. He's currently in a master's program since we both will work from home. They said they felt like I didn't care about her health problems and was rude for not helping them when they needed it. I reminded them that this was not a permanent situation, and they stormed off. It's been a week, and they still have refused to move their boxes upstairs until I stop being spoiled and give them the master bedroom. Some of my friends say that I'm the idiot for not just letting them stay in the room until they move out, when they keep acting like this is permanent, or just moving my stuff out of the bigger bedroom and letting them stay in there. At the same time, others are saying that I have the right to say no and should just kick them out if they don't agree to stay in the smaller room. So, am I the idiot? Not the idiot, but stop whatever you were doing, get a lawyer, and write up a lease agreement. You are being nice, and they seem to be looking to take advantage of you. They could end up being squatters or worse. Please, please, please get legal advice. Forget a lease agreement. Tell them to go somewhere else. Kick them out now. Remove their boxes from the house and have them removed. They haven't established residency yet. These people will never leave once they have to be legally evicted, OP. And if the woman gets pregnant, good luck. I wouldn't even let them stay tonight. Look, OP, I'll be as direct as possible. You need to have these people find other living arrangements as soon as possible. Do not be surprised if it results in having to have an eviction notice served. I've dealt with having a family member live with us to get back on her feet. Unfortunately, it ended up being a whole year, and we had to have her served. These people are brand new in your home and are already trying to bully you. They will not relent in their demands. They already demonstrated that. Update. I have a meeting with the lawyer tomorrow to set up a leasing contract, and if they don't sign it, I am legally allowed to kick them out in my state, and that's what I plan on doing. I am currently on a business trip in another city. A few days ago, I dined at a Thai restaurant near my hotel. I ordered the green curry and asked for 5-star spiciness. My waitress laughed at me and told me that I was getting it 3-star. I corrected her and told her that I in fact ordered it 5-star. When she came back with my dish and I tasted it, it was not spicy at all. It wasn't even a 3-star. So I sent the dish back, and it came back a few moments later with what appeared to be red chili flakes sprinkled on top. I asked her about it and was sarcastically told that I had ordered it spicy. I told her that it makes no sense to sprinkle red chili flakes on a green curry, which is supposed to be made with green chilies. It honestly looked hideous, but I tried it anyway. It still wasn't spicy, so I sent it back. When I got my dish the 3rd time, it was the same as the first one I got, so I sent it back again, only to have red chili flakes sprinkled on top again. Like that other time, it was not spicy, so I sent it back a 4th time. When I got my dish for the 5th time, I was happy to see that there were no red chili flakes sprinkled on top. In a very sarcastic tone, the waitress told me that they made it extra spicy just for me, said she was going to stand there and watch me eat it, and took away my water glass. I tried it and it was not extra spicy, but it was just barely acceptable, so I didn't send it back. I told her so when she walked away, looking completely bewildered as I finished my bland meal. The next day I was still upset about it, so that night I decided to order the same dish from the same restaurant to my hotel room, but under a Thai name, to see if they make it any differently. Sure enough, the food was very spicy, just as I ordered. It was far better than the extra spicy dish I had at the restaurant. I sent the manager an email detailing my experience at the restaurant, along with the waitress's rude behavior. I told them about the difference between my meal from that day and my delivery order. The manager apologized and told me that they would talk to the waitress in question. They also offered to refund my meals, but I declined because my company would reimburse me, and I do not plan to eat there again. Am I the idiot here? Everyone's the idiot here. I'm sure the extra spicy just for you was something entirely different. LOL. I mean, like, yeah, okay, you're justified in trying to get the meal you wanted, but this whole thing reads more like a stupid contest than a genuine aggrievement. Personally, after sending it back twice, I probably would have just left and ordered a pizza, rather than making it a point of honor to get the meal I felt I deserved. But also, as a guy who likes spicy food, I've been to restaurants where I had to argue my point to get an authentic dish, although I never took it this far. You are the idiot. You were acting entitled and trying to make yourself look stupid. Your food was perfectly fine, except for how spicy it was, correct? So, do you think that maybe your waitress was tired of throwing away perfectly good food because you wanted to show how you can handle spicy food? Not the idiot. They continuously gave you the wrong meal, and you even proved it by conforming to who they thought would be the only one to like it. I don't know why there are all these people saying you're wrong. They kept giving you the wrong meal. If you went to a restaurant and ordered a blue rare steak, imagine this is your one nice steak dinner a year, and your server brought it out well done. That's not what you ordered, and not what you're paying for. They repeatedly brought out new steaks continuously overcooked until you got one that could maybe pass as medium. Is that what you would want to pay for? Not the idiot. It's not up to the restaurant to decide what level of spice a person can handle. You order extra spicy, you get extra spicy. The waitress was pretty rude to assume you couldn't handle it and not give you the correct order, especially considering you got an authentic spicy dish when you ordered it to your hotel under a Thai name. I find it interesting how everyone is describing the behavior as rude. I see it as blatant discrimination. Saturday, there was a large party downtown in my city. I asked my girlfriend, 23, of 5 years, to go with me, and she said she had zero interest in going. I playfully badgered her about going because I wanted her to come, but she said no. I even offered to buy her a ticket. I'm at the party and I get a text from her asking what it's like there, making it sound like she was home. A couple of minutes later, I got another text from her telling me that my friends were looking for me. Apparently, they had run into her there. So it seems her first text was to make me think she was home. She had come with 2 older male coworkers in their 40s. One bought her ticket for her. I go see her and hug her hello, and one of the coworkers gives a super jealous glare. I ask her to go dance or something, and she says she can't because they're her ride, and she doesn't want them to leave without her, so she can't leave them at all. She's known them for years. They wouldn't have done that. I point out she can just let them know to text her if they're leaving, or we can Uber her car after. She ignores me, and after only 3-ish minutes, she walks back to them, saying she's going to get them to buy her a drink. We're outside the place she's in a bit later, so I texted her to come to meet me to hang out. I asked her again what she wanted to do, and she again repeated the ride excuse, and then again said she had to get back after 3-ish minutes. I point out that's pretty easily solvable and ask her why she couldn't just let them know. She gets upset and storms off, texting me and saying I was demanding. She then leaves. I told her I was upset she turned down the offer to go with me, only to then go with someone else, seemingly with no intention of telling me or seeing me at all, and possibly trying to make me think she was at home. She says I was demanding by asking her to let her coworkers know so we could hang out. Am I wrong to be bothered by this? She didn't introduce me to them. She left them to meet me. I've never met them. Not the idiot. She chose others over you and completely disregarded your feelings. 40-year-olds generally don't hang out with 20-year-olds and go places with them unless they want something or are getting it. It's time to bounce, OP. What? So she didn't want to come with you, but came with coworkers. Didn't tell you until after she couldn't do otherwise. Didn't act ashamed at all and tried to make you believe you somehow did wrong because you wanted to spend some time with her? Am I reading this right? Of course, not the idiot, but you will have to seriously reconsider your relationship. OP, this is a red flag. I bet the only reason she texted you that your friends were looking for you is that she knew they would tell you they'd seen her there. You are entirely within your rights to not want to move on until she tells you the truth about what she was doing. Honestly, it sounds like she's either using her older coworkers for free drinks/rides or is cheating on you. You deserve much better based on this, and I hope you get it. OP, you know she's a liar, and I wouldn't doubt that she either is or will be cheating with those coworkers. Like, who refuses to go to a party with their SO, lies about it, then shows up with people twice her age, but can't get separated because they are her ride? I would dump someone who did that. It's sketchy and suspicious. So a couple days ago, I, 29 male, was out shopping with my girlfriend, 24 of 6 months, and we bumped into my twin sons, tweens, in town. They were eating out with their friends for a birthday, and we happened to be fetching our takeaways from there ourselves. My son saw me first and shouted, "Dad," then waved from their table. So I went to the table to greet them and converse with the kids, and one of my boys asked who the girl I was with was, since he'd never seen her before. So I just said that she was a very close friend of mine, but one of their friends was like, "So she's your girlfriend?" And I honestly saw no need in denying it, only to tell the truth later on. So I said, "Yes, she's my girlfriend," and called her over. I introduced them and she spoke to them and their friends for a bit until our takeaways arrived and we left. Overall, I thought it couldn't have gone any smoother, and my boys received her well. Apparently, though, my girlfriend was the topic of conversation for the rest of the party, and their friends have been mentioning her since, which ruined the party for my boys and made them embarrassed. My ex says I was wrong for introducing her to them like that, without even discussing it with her, because they couldn't properly process what that meant and their feelings with their friends around, and that we hijacked a kids' party. I think this is just a case of kids being kids, and they were going to do the same thing even if I'd introduced my girlfriend to my boys before, and then they met her at a school event or sleepover or something. I don't know. Was I an idiot? Not the idiot. I'm not sure what else you could be expected to do in that situation. The kids called out to you. You didn't impose yourself on them. When asked who she was, you gave as few details as possible and only said she was your girlfriend when any other response would have been dishonest. Then once the relationship was public, it would have been rude not to introduce her. You are an idiot a little. You and your ex need to agree about time frames for introducing new people into the kids' lives. You saw them, they waved. You could have just waved back instead of interrupting them at a party. Instead, it sounds like you embarrassed your kids and probably ruined the party for the kid who had the birthday too. You're an adult. You can't tell me you couldn't have simply changed the conversation and left ASAP before anything else came up. You are the idiot. What a stupid thing to bring up at their friend's birthday party. Introducing them to your partner, who isn't their mom, is so important, and for you to just casually say it when your kids are trying to hang with their friends was inconsiderate and attention-seeking. You made their party all about you. You're also an idiot for not talking to your girlfriend about it first. Like, introducing to the kids is a big step. Learn how to think before you act.